perfect sunny day. Everyone together. Color the blue sky, feeling the rain. Paint yourself.
Hello my friends, I want to share with you a couple tips using our coffee dies. So here we have the 3 dies that come in the package, and this is a sample of the stamps that come with it. It's called Coffee for 2. And so we have 3 dies. We have the large cup, we have the small cup, and then we have the cute little label that's right over here. Now we don't include the circles because we figure you have circle dies at home that you can use. And don't forget that these 2 stamps here are separate stamps from this larger cup here. Let me show you how easy these are to use. So I'm going to, let me show you some samples first. Let me show you this one. This one is by Bev, and I love how she just added the cute little white top on there. So she paper pieced that one on top, and then she just added her cute little cup. Here's an example by Jeannie using one of my new embossing folders, and it says, let's get a cup of coffee, and she added a cute little flower in the center there. And then this one is also by Jeannie, and she made this a cute little card. Isn't this adorable? And it opens up and you can write your little message in there. And I'm going to show you how to make this because it's very, very easy. So what we're going to do is I have my die here, and I'm using a piece of craft cardstock that I've already scored and folded. So I'm going to lay that on top, and now I'm going to lay my die on top. Now this is the trick, and I'm going to show you this way. When I cut this out, I want to make sure that this folded edge, this is the folded edge, is on the inside of the die. See how I can see through it right there? See how you can see through it? You want to make sure that that folded edge is on the inside so it doesn't cut, and that's going to be your hinge for your card. So I'm going to lay that down, and you'll notice I have not stamped yet. I'm going to lay that down, and I have my stamp. And you'll notice there's a couple different things that I do with my stamped images. Usually I like to use all of the real estate on my stamp sheet, and that's why I have the 2 extra stamps in there. Now I could have made this a solid and just given you 1 stamp, and that would have been the large coffee cup. But I wanted you to have 2 extra stamps on there. So what I did was I just made sure that there was room, and I added those 2 stamps. Now that makes this coffee cup a little bit flimsy. Now that's not a problem. I just want you to be aware of that because here's the trick. What you're going to do is you're going to lay it down, stamp image down. So this is the back of the stamp on the top. And I'm going to lay that inside my die. So I'm going to line that up, and now I can move my die around. And now my coffee cup is exactly the shape I want it to be, so I can cut it out. It's not going to be tilted a little. I'm not going to put it on my block wrong or crooked. Have you ever had that happen where you put it on a little bit crooked? So I'm going to make sure it all lines up with my die. I'm going to move it around. And then I'm going to take my block. I'm not going to move the stamp. I'm going to take that block. I'm going to push it on top. And now my stamp is the exact perfect position to be cut out. Isn't that awesome? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of line that up and go, okay, I want that right there. I want that right there. So I'm going to just look at it really quick to see kind of the stamp position. I'm going to move that die before I stamp it though. So I'm going to go really, really, really close to that top edge. And I'm just going to stamp this in licorice. And I always ink upside down because I want to make sure that I'm getting full coverage on my image. Okay, got some on the block, but that's okay. These stamps are very, very deeply etched, so I don't need to worry. Cover that ink pad, and I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to stamp. Again, I'm going to stamp really, really close to that top edge because I need to make sure that my die could go over that edge. And I'm going to press down. Now, always press. This is a hint that I want to share with you. When I see people stamping for the first or second time and they're not sure they like to stamp, they always hold the block on the edges and they press down and think that's all. No, no, no. You need to press where the stamp is on the back because it needs that pressure. And of course, I'm using my secret weapon. You always want to make sure you have a stamp mat because then you'll get the perfect image every time. So there's my image stamped and ready for cutting. So I'm going to take this die, and again I'm going to use my handy dandy post-it notes if you've ever seen me cut out anything with a framelit die. And also don't forget, because this the cut edge is on the very inside of this die, I know exactly where I'm cutting. So I'm going to leave just a little tiny bit on the edge there. I'm going to straddle that die with a post-it note. Now it's not going anywhere, and I'm going to take it to my machine. Gonna make my sandwich, two cutting pads, run it through. This is the fun part. And now, well, not, it's all fun. Now I'm gonna take that out, and now I have my perfectly cut out and stamped card for a coffee cup. Isn't that adorable? How easy is that? Now, of course, you can do this with any die that you have. So you can do it with the onesie die, you can do it with any of the framelits to make your own standard cards. Isn't that perfect? Now I can go ahead and add some decorations to this and have some fun. So make sure you look at your dies in a little different way and you can make your own little cards out of them. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
It's perfect.